Thursday, September 25th. In Russia, once the Battle of Kiev is over, the Soviet troops of the Southwestern Front are virtually annihilated. Gerd von Rundstedt orders that in the course of the march to Rostov, a pincer operation be carried out against the Red Army in Melitopol. On the other hand, the German forces advancing towards the Crimean Peninsula are stalled by the Russian defenses. The T-34, possibly the best tank of the war, has seen action in the Soviet lines, proving its capacity to resist the Wehrmacht anti-tank fire. Army Group Center is joined by troops from the north to launch the attack against Moscow. All over Russia, mass murder continues, especially targeting Jewish citizens. The savagery of the German special forces and of their collaborators, including some officers of the Wehrmacht, seems to have no limits. In Auschwitz, Poland, the experiments with Zyklon B continue in the gas chambers. Rudolf Haas, the commander of the camp, believes that the gas is hygienic and an efficient killer. As he puts it, a short shriek and all is over. The American Secretary of the Navy, Frank Knox, declares in Washington that the neutrality laws will soon be revoked. Friday, September 26th. In the German-Russian War, the last soldiers of the Red Army fleeing from Kiev set fire to the city as the Germans move in. In Rostenburg, Hitler orders the start of Operation Typhoon, the takeover of Moscow. In Stolice, Serbia, Yugoslavia, Tito sets up the Supreme Command for the People's Liberation, under which the partisan units organize. He does not manage to get the guerrillas of Mihailovich, the Chetnik leader, to join him, which implies that they will have to fight the Germans separately. In the United States, the ships from the Navy are ordered to protect the vessels sailing through their waters. To do this, they will have to locate and, if possible, sink any German or Italian submarine they can find. The former military attaché at the Berlin embassy, Lieutenant Colonel Truman Smith, a personal friend of Charles Lindbergh, is removed from the information service. In the Far East, the government at Tokyo insists in the validity of the Tripartite Pact and of its firm will to collaborate with Germany and Italy to establish a new world order. Saturday, September 27th. In Russia, the German armed forces on their advance to the Crimean Peninsula arrive at the Perekop Isthmus that separates the Sea of Savach from the Black Sea. In occupied Czechoslovakia, the German governor of Bohemia and Moravia, Konstantin von Neurath, leaves his position as Hitler considers him to be too yielding with the population. He is substituted by Reinhard Heydrich. In the Mediterranean theater, an Italian S-84 plane hits with a torpedo the British battleship Nelson. The Allied convoy heading to the island of Malta faces the Italian forces of Admiral Iaccino. but manages to escape. In the Middle East, the independence of Syria is officially proclaimed. In East Africa, the siege of the Volshafit Pass comes to an end, and the Italian garrison surrenders to the Allies. In the United States, the first units of the merchant ships that will be mass-produced for the United Kingdom under the name Liberty are launched. In the Far East, in China, the Battle of Changsha takes place. The Japanese fail in their attempt to drive out of the city the armies of General Chen Chang from the army of Chiang Kai-shek. Sunday, September 28th. William Aitken, Baron of Beaverbrook and British Minister of Supply, and Averell Harriman, Roosevelt's special envoy to the Soviet Union, are in Moscow, heading the British and American delegations to participate in the arms conference. Both are welcomed by Stalin soon before Minister Molotov inaugurates the meetings between the three countries where the most pressing needs will be addressed. From Iceland, the first convoy set sail with war materials to the port of Arkhangelsk in Russia. In Prague, the president of the Protectorate of Bohemia and Moravia, Emil Hacha, after the investment of Reinhard Heydrich, sends a message to the German authorities, stressing his will to collaborate with the Reich in all matters. However, he loses control over the country and ends up becoming a German puppet. Part of his government, including Prime Minister Alois Elias, is arrested. In the naval war in the Western Mediterranean, 3 cruisers and 4 English freighters are sunk, while 9 other vessels are struck by the German and Italian aircraft and submarines. Monday, September 29th. In the German-Soviet War, the German troops that have occupied Kiev blame the Jews and the Communists for setting fire to the city. In retaliation, the SS soldiers shoot in the Babi Yar ravine more than 33,000 Jews and bury them in mass graves. The Red Army launches a series of counterattacks in the southern sector, which are repelled by the Germans. The High Command of Gustavka suggests to Stalin that the remaining forces abandon the city of Odessa. In Moscow, the armaments conference ends. The United States and Great Britain will offer Russia as much help as they can. In the Führer's headquarters in Rostenburg, Poland, some generals of the OKW, Supreme Command of the Armed Forces, proposed to Hitler that it might be advisable to suspend all operations in Russia until the coming of spring. In the Protectorate of Bohemia and Moravia, Reinhard Heydrich declares the state of emergency. In London, Clementine Churchill, the wife of the Prime Minister, begins a campaign in support of the Soviet Union based on sending medicine and hospital equipment. In Washington, Cordell Hull, the American Secretary of State, tells the press that he is in favor of modifying the neutrality law. Tuesday, September 30th. In northern Russia, in the city of Leningrad, besieged by the Germans, the Soviets tried to bring in food through Lake Ladoga. In the center, the offensive named Operation Typhoon begins, the attack of the Wehrmacht forces against Moscow. 73 divisions of Army Group Center face 85 Soviet divisions. The panzers of General Heinz Guderian lead the right flank of the attack against the Russian capital and advance to Orel and Bryansk. In the south, the tanks of General Ewald von Kleist march to Rostov and attack Dnepropetrovsk. The Russian resistance is minimal. German authorities announce in Berlin that more than 100,000 German soldiers have died since the start of the invasion of the Soviet Union. In London, Winston Churchill declares in the House of Commons that the last consignment of tanks will be sent to Russia. For his part, Lord Beaverbrook, Minister of Supply, promises to deliver to the Red Army the shipment of weaponry from the United States comprised of 1,800 fighter planes, 2,250 tanks, clothes, and thousands of machine guns.